down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, you need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions.
And this is the Home Repairs and Solutions Show, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air for all your heating and air conditioning needs. And now here's Mary and Mark.
Well, hello there, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think it's a good morning. It's kind of a dreary morning.
Kind of a dreary, cold, drizzly morning.
It is.
But the sun was shining earlier.
I know.
And now it's not.
I know.
Go figure.
I know. Well, I think tomorrow is going to be our sunshiny, nice day this week.
Sounds like, and Sunday is sounding really good.
And Monday.
Yes, yes. And you know, of course, I'm here today, which is good.
That is good.
So that buys me an extra couple days to ride the motorcycle.
Yes, it does.
So, yeah, I'm thinking, Mary.
I'm thinking this might be a good weekend to do that. You know,
I think it will be.
I got a little spoiled. We've had all this really nice, sunny, warm weather, and then this week we've had all this rain, kind of dreary stuff, and it kind of made me a little cranky. But I noticed I wasn't the only one. We've had a lot of people are kind of like cranky a little bit, but
it's been a different kind of week.
It has been.
I think you're right. We kind of got into the mode of the nice sunny weather. You know, it's nice and warm. Then we have this rainy stuff, but we really needed the rain.
We did. Yes, we did.
And I tell you what, it's I talked to the guy yesterday who takes care of our yard, does our mowing and stuff. And he said, I'm already just absolutely swamped. He said, the grass is growing so fast. He said, I'm already behind. And it's just amazing what this very much needed rain did for us, you know.
Well, what I like about it is, boy, it sure made things pop.
Yeah.
Colors and stuff's blooming, and it's just, because I love spring when everything's coming to life and everything's blooming out and all the trees, and I think it's just so pretty.
Yes, it is.
And so it seems like it's a little early this year, maybe not, but it seems like it to me.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take early.
Now, you know, of course, we're still in March, and, you know, we could still have a frost or a freeze or even snow.
On Easter.
Yeah.
We've had these Easters where it's bitter cold.
Yeah.
So,
but we know if it snows now, it's not going to stay around very long.
That's
the good
right.
thing about it.
That's right.
So I think that we're pretty much kind of in the clear.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to get into spring and summer, and winter was easy this year, but I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and it's getting pretty much, I've already had my air conditioner on at the house.
Oh, a lot of people have.
Yeah, at the office I turned it on. So, you know, you guys I know are going to be getting really busy doing services and
yes,
stuff
we are.
On units, making sure they're ready for the hot summer weather that we will eventually get.
We've had lots of people call already, which is a little early, but they've called and they're setting up all kinds of maintenance checks. We've had some people that need repairs already. A lot of commercial people already have their air conditioning units going, you know, in commercial. So we've already taken care of a lot of those. And, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that's having their air conditioners stolen.
Yes.
So we've also are replacing stolen air conditioners for folks. We had a commercial one that we had to work on just this week, and we actually were able to put it on the roof. It was on the ground, and so we reinstalled it, but we actually put it on the roof. Make it a little harder for someone to steal next time, hopefully. But a lot going on.
Yep, sure is. Gary, do we got a call already?
We do.
All right. Well, let's talk to Brandon down in Lebanon.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning.
That's good. I wanted to ask you guys a question. There's a lightning rod outside me and my parents' house that was put in quite a number of years ago. But I noticed one thing that doesn't seem to work is sometimes it doesn't keep the lightning away from inside of the house. There's a computer that's installed in the house, and a while back, our first computer zapped out on us, so my dad and mom recently got another computer. Well, lo and behold, a lightning strike happened, and my dad thinks the computer is starting to give out that we just bought, And I was wondering if can those lightning rods oftentimes not work as well as they say they work? Because my dad put it out there hoping it would just be attracted to the lightning rod. Obviously, it's not. And also, we have the same problem with the shop building, it looks like, where almost all the lights have gone out, all except for 3.
Right.
I'll hang up and listen to your answer.
Okay, well, that's a good question, Brendan. You know, lightning's going to hit where lightning's going to hit. And so just having a lightning rod outside may not just attract the lightning to that. You know, it could be attracted to the house. Really need to get an electrician out there to look at it. You know, the whole house should be grounded. They drive a ground rod in the ground, or now they make us put them in the foundation. So, you know, when we build a new house, so the whole house is grounded. But you know, the best and safest thing you can do, regardless, is buy a good surge protector that will protect, especially computers, high-dollar TVs and stuff, stereo equipment and everything from that. And don't just go buy the cheap $4 or $5 ones. Spend some bucks and get a good one if you have good electronics. You know, just like he's saying, had to replace a computer, you know, every year or two. That gets expensive.
Yes, it does.
So you may pay, you know, over $100 for a good surge protector, but it will protect you that product from the lightning and a, you know, possible surge or whatever. And so that's what I would recommend doing, just to be safe, but also get an electrician out there to look at it and make sure everything's properly done. So
sounds like a good idea. I don't know much about lightning rods. I know people use them a lot, and I don't know if it's supposed to just be something that could attract lightning, or if it's supposed to always attract the lightning.
And that's
So
what
I'm a little
really
confused. I'm not sure
I
if
really
it's
don't know
100%
either.
protection. Apparently, it's not.
Yeah, but
So.
like I say, the good surge protector to use on your electronics, we know that works. That's been proven, and that's what I would do. And you can even spend thousands of dollars on them and get them for the whole house. We use them a lot in recording studios and different places like that, where you want to protect the whole all the circuits and stuff. You know, because high-dollar electronics plugged into everything. So a person can spend several $1,000s, but you can go to some place like probably Best Buy or any of those and
I
buy a
would
good
imagine.
surge protector specifically for your electronics. That's what I would recommend doing.
There we go.
So,
Well, that was an early call.
yes, it was.
You know, normally we have a guest on the show, and today we're just doing the Mark and Mary show.
Yes, we are.
We had a guest lined up, and they had a family medical emergency yesterday afternoon and called and on their way to St. Louis, so it was very serious. And I wish them all the best. I hope everything's going okay for them.
Absolutely.
But, you know, sometimes that's just life happens, and we make good plans and try to have great guests every week, but sometimes it just doesn't happen for us. So
That's right.
today you just get me and Mark.
Yeah.
So we can just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
right.
We can talk about music or heating and air or springtime or
Springtime.
just
Yeah.
storms, whatever you want to talk about.
That's right.
And we might want to give out that number. So in case someone else wants to give us a call, you can reach us here. Our number is 862-9977 or 1-800-375-0056.
Free call.
Free call. Doesn't cost you anything. Cheaper than a cup of coffee.
That's right.
There you go. Not much is anymore, but
No.
calling here is.
But that is. And don't know that the advice you're going to get's worth a whole lot, but, you know, we'll do the best we can.
we'll do the best we can
That's right.
without having an expert here today.
Yeah. Well, we're experts.
Well, we are.
Maybe not in the field they call in on,
Yeah.
but we are experts.
We are in what we do, but
That's right.
not in everything.
That's right. You know, Mary, it is that time of year where we start thinking about, you know, everybody wants to get outside and start working around the house, and you think, what can I do to get ready for spring? You know, spring basically is here. Well, I guess it officially is here. I can't remember when is the
Isn't it
first
the
day?
21st?
20th.
Oh, the
So,
20th. Okay, yeah, it's here.
So you know, we're thinking about things that we can do. You know, something that I hate doing,
What's that?
but we have to do it, is cleaning windows. But I tell you, now's a good time to do it.
You know, I clean my windows quite a bit, but I guess it depends on the windows.
You know, and the technology on Windows has come so far, because used to, you know, they were just the single or double hungs, but you clean the inside, you had to get a ladder, go out and clean the
Right.
outside. Now they have them with the tilt sash, so you can stand right there, tilt the sashes in, clean both of them, or they're, if you got the casement windows where they crank out, of course you can only clean the inside. Then you do have to go out, but it's just a good idea to get all the residue from the winter, and the trees are now budding out and everything, so you get a lot of stuff off the trees. So once all that happens, it's a good time to just go out there and clean them, clean inside and outside. Take your shop vac and clean all the little troughs and everything out.
Yep.
So like vinyl windows, for instance, nowadays have what they call weeps in them, or weep holes. So the water that blows against the windows, it has a place to run out. You want to make sure those are not clogged, that the windows are draining out. You don't want water sitting in that channel at the bottom. Check the weather stripping. If you have old wooden sash windows still yet, check and make sure all the window glazing is still good. You can buy window glazing in a tube or still in the can, and you can apply it with a putty knife. So you just want to make sure that the windows are in good shape. Now's a great time to do it, because if you have to take a glass out for some reason, it's not that big a deal, because we're in between right now. Where we don't necessarily have to have the air conditioning, and we don't have to have the heat. So
Yep.
so it's not a huge ordeal if you have to leave a glass out for a couple hours to get it repaired. Look for cracks. Now we haven't had any severe cold weather, but in the Ozarks here, one thing that happens to us is one day we may have 20 degrees, and the next day it may be 70 around here. You just never know. And glass contracts and expands. Sometimes they'll get in a bind, a pane of glass will, and they'll crack. And if that happens, it's very easy to replace the glass or the whole sash if you have to. Good time to do it, and then clean them, because you want to be able to see out all this nice, beautiful foliage that we got outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, mine, I don't mind cleaning my windows where I'm at now, because I have everything is pretty much on one level. So it's a little different if you've got a 2-story and you've got to get a 20-foot ladder and get up there and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do have a couple windows that I do have to get a ladder to clean the outside of them, but I hate cleaning the screens. What's a good way to clean the screens? Do you just, I've never quite figured out exactly the best way to do that. Do you just shoot them off with the water hose and call it good, or what do you do with those things?
Well,
do you need to use soap on them, or I don't know.
What I do, I take my screens out, and we usually lay them down, try to on the driveway, and I'll take a little bit of Dawn dishwashing detergent, does wonders, and a real soft bristle brush, because most of the screens you see are the fiberglass screening now. You don't see a whole lot of metal screens or aluminum screens like we used to have. So you got to be really careful and gentle with them. But a real soft scrub brush, and I always just take and scrub it a little bit, then take the water hose and hose it off, and set them up and let them dry, and you're good to go.
Because that makes a big difference too. If you
Sure
clean the
does.
windows but you don't clean the screens, you still have a little bit of a smudgy look or something when you're trying to look through the windows.
And for the folks who like to open their windows, during this time of year, the screen's going to act just almost like a furnace filter does. You got air coming in and out, and that attracts, particles in the air and stuff will stick to the screen, and pretty soon you got to build up a nasty stuff on there.
Yeah, you do.
And you want to get that off.
Sure, you bet. Well, I didn't know. I've always just kind of hosed mine down or something. I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be careful I didn't damage them or anything, so I've never used any kind of brush or anything on them. But
yeah.
and that's a good idea. I think if I could get a real soft brush, and then I'll go ahead and try that out.
Yeah.
See how that works.
Just lay them down, and like I say, a little Dawn, and just kind of gently scrub them a little bit. Then take you don't need a real powerful stream of water. Just just regular hose pressure. Just rinse them out and shake the water out of them, and you're good to go.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then you shouldn't have to do that again until probably, I don't know, in the fall if you do fall cleaning or something.
Yeah, a lot of folks just like to do it once a year.
Yeah.
Some do it twice, but it's not a bad idea to do it twice a year. And the screens come out pretty easy on most windows now.
Yeah, they do. They do. Well, I clean mine so much because we're down there at the lake, so I like to be able to look through nice, clean windows at the lake. So,
Yeah.
like I said, they're easy to do. I can just get out on the deck and do the outside,
Sure.
and so they're super easy. So it's not hard to keep them up. But
Right. And there is still folks that still have storm windows. And so
Yep.
it's good idea to take the storm windows completely off so you can get to the glass and clean both sides of the glass and clean the screen and everything and that. Usually with storm windows, I'll just do those once a year. But now, yeah, I mean, in the newer houses especially, you don't have storm windows. But there's
No,
still a
not so
few
much.
of them out there.
Yeah, there are. I see them every now and then on some older houses, and
Yeah,
they served a good purpose.
absolutely.
But you do have to still maintain them
Yeah,
and deal
Yep,
with them
you
and
do.
all that. So,
you do.
well, that's a good tip, Mark.
So that's what we're here for, Mary.
Good tips, good ideas.
That's right.
Keep you busy.
There
Give you
you
something
go.
to do when the sun's shining tomorrow.
Give you something to do. Yeah, so all you guys know what your project's going to be now this weekend, because hopefully your wife's listening to the program and she's going to say, you need to get out there and do what they said on
And
Home
clean
Repairs
those
and Solutions
windows.
and clean those windows. That's right.
And don't forget the screens.
Yep, that's right. So 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056 is Home Repairs and Solutions. It's the Mark and Mary show today. We're just throwing out a few tips and
Yep.
stuff there, talking about whatever you want to talk about.
Just visiting and having a good time. Glad Mark's
We
here
are.
with me today. And
We are. I will get to be here hopefully next week also. Then I go in. They finally got me scheduled for my heart surgery Monday, April 2nd. And so
There we go.
Yep. So I'll be here next week, and
and
then
you'll
who
feel
knows from then.
you'll
So,
feel 20 years younger.
I
You'll
just-
have tons of energy.
I wish while they was in there they could figure out a way to make me look 20 years younger and make me some hair. where I
Then
could grow
everybody
hair
would be
again.
signing up for that deal.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they get me fixed. The blood's going to start flowing better and everything. Maybe my hair will start growing.
It might. It might. You never know.
Well, that'd be
By the time you
something.
come back, you might be in braids.
Well, yeah. Well, nah, I don't think.
Not going to do that, huh?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. Well, I was kind of looking forward to it, Mark, but
Well,
we'll just go with what it is.
Yeah. I got a feeling it's going to be just like it is right now. Oh, well, we got a caller holding on. We got Jim down in Christian County. Go ahead, Jim.
Hi, Mark. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Good, good. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Just tuned in this morning. I need some help with a deck project. I've got a just used pressure-treated lumber, that whatever it's called, 5/16 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 5/4 they call it.
5/4, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's about 25 years old now or
Uh-huh.
so, and it's starting to splinter and warp and, come loose. Some of the screws coming out. I've heard of I think it's either a paint-on or a spray-on stuff, and they described it to me, a friend described it to me as kind of like a truck bed liner material that you can use to get some more years out of your old wood deck.
Mm-hmm.
You know anything about that?
I don't. I know some different kinds of products out there like that. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I do like the guys over at Woodbright or Wood Renew do. I'm a big fan of just the treating it with the Good Woman waterproofing, and that's my thing. Here's the deal. Anytime you put something like that on a deck and you're trying to completely seal it, wood has to breathe. It don't matter how old it is. The wood has to breathe. And,
Yeah, that's true.
And I've always been a little bit leery of that, and I'm going to use a name here. I probably shouldn't, but I've always have in the past on the show, Thompson's. When Thompson's first came out, everybody uses Thompson's water seal. It used to just actually, it was a real heavy paraffin base, and it set on the top. Well, after a while, the wood would have to breathe, and it'd just push the product off, and you'd have big wear patterns and everything else.
Yep.
Whereas with like the Woolman's or there's a couple other brands out there, they let the wood still breathe, but they keep the water and stuff out, and that's what really hurts the wood. When you get water down in it and it freezes and thaws, you want to try to prevent that, but you still have to let that wood breathe. This is all my opinion. Like I say, now if you're going to go with something, other than wood, there's some really good products out there, like our friends over at Jan's Lumber, I think, carries a couple different products. That's actually a man-made product for a deck, but you have to replace the boards, when you do that. And we've done that on a few of our decks, even on our new houses that we've built.
Mark, is there any problem just replacing the decking and not the the joists and everything?
No, because your substructure on your deck, which is your your joist and all that, that all remains wood anyhow. And normally that's all been covered and it's in good shape. You may, there may be something that you need to replace, a joist or something, but that's very seldom do you ever run into anything of the substructure like that's rotted or bad. And so, no, you can go right over that, take that old decking off and put the new TimberTech or whatever brand that everybody sells and go right over it, and it makes a great deck.
You don't know of a couple of brand names that are maybe better than others as far as the composite material?
Well, as far as the composite, what I've the one I've always used is I think TimberTech is one of them, and I just have to check and see what else there is out there. I know there's 2 or 3 really good brands that I've run into, and I'd be glad to do that, and maybe on next week's show I can talk a little bit about that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I appreciate your help.
Oh, no problem at all. Appreciate the call.
Because I know that what I'm hearing is that the new treatment regulations, some of these, if you put wood right back over it, they won't last as long as when I put that on 20 years ago.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, and the treated wood has changed a lot. Now they have improved it over the last. I've been out of the lumber business for about 9 years. I worked for Herman Lumber for 9 years, matter of fact, and and so I got pretty familiar with the treated lumber then. But back then we were still selling the CCA. They've changed all that. They've took a lot of the chemical stuff out of it and replaced it. But from what I understand, it has improved. Of course, we see the Yellowwood commercials on TV all the time, which I love, and I that's a really good product there that will last, and so just do your research on it. But most everybody carries a pretty good grade of treated material now.
Okay, all right. Well, you and Mary have a good day.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate the call. We got to take a little break, Gary.
Okay, already.
Okay, well, we'll be back with more home repairs and solutions right after this. See my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob.
It is so easy to give back.
I don't have a lot of money to help people, but I do have something. I have time.
Get up and do something. Just imagine how strong a society we could be.
Every one of us has a role to play in making our communities and our country stronger. Discover yours. Help us continue to make a difference in the life of our nation. Go to serve.gov and find the opportunity that works for you. And this message is brought to you by the Corporation for National and Community Service.
Staples knows that in a small business, technology is all you.
Dave, can we get new laptops?
No, we're not upgrading until next year.
Oops, I might need one sooner.
Oops, me too.
Yours still looks good, Sally.
How about now?
No, that's broken.
Get a great deal on a laptop. For a limited time, get a $100 prepaid Visa card when you buy select Windows 7 PCs. Staples. That was easy. For a limited time, valid on select models only. Visa card issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank N.A. pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. Terms and conditions apply to the card. See store for details.
Hi, I'm Bob Edwards with MoDOT. Join us for Talkin' Transportation at 10 a.m. each Wednesday. This week, we'll discuss road resurfacing projects getting underway in the area, including in Cedar and Jasper counties. That's Talkin' Transportation, 10 a.m. Wednesdays. You can hear us on KWTO AM 560, The Talk of the Ozarks. Catch us on the web at radiospringfield.com.
Here's news on the Ozarks News Network. A jury will hear more testimony today in the penalty phase of the trial of a man for the rape and murder of a 9-year-old girl. The jury convicted Chris Collings of first-degree murder for killing Rowan Ford in the town of Stella in 2007. Springfield City Utilities has unveiled plans for a new bus transfer station. It could be located near College in Maine. The new station would be able to accommodate more and larger buses. It would cost $3.1 million, some of it coming through federal grants. And Polk County deputies and officers from the Comet Drug Task Force have taken down a major marijuana growing operation. 2 people were arrested and more than 2,300 marijuana plants were seized in the raid, along with pot growing equipment. For the Ozarks News Network, I'm Arlen Summers.
We'll see a couple of showers and a thunderstorm in spots. Otherwise, it will be cloudy throughout the day today, high 61. Clear skies tonight, low 45. Areas of fog early tomorrow. Otherwise, partly sunny and warmer as we start the weekend, high 74. A low for tomorrow night, 49. Mostly sunny and warm again as we head into Sunday, the high approaching 80. It will remain mostly sunny as we head back to work on Monday, the high again near 80. I'm AccuWeather's Jason Lord.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
And this is the Home Repairs and Solutions Show. Welcome back. It's brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, and that should be your source for heating and air conditioning. Now here's Mary and Mark.
That's right. They should be your source for heating and air conditioning because they sell the great Amana products.
We do.
Sell and install.
You know, we get a question. People ask us sometimes, you know, what we sell or different types of things like that, and why we sell Amana and what the difference is. And so just to kind of clear that up maybe for some folks, just about any name brand equipment is going to be pretty similar in product because the government a few years back now stepped in and made them all meet certain requirements. The difference is whether or not it's properly installed.
Right.
So you could go buy a Lexus car, but if it's not put together properly, then it's not going to run like it's supposed to.
Yeah, exactly.
Amana products are manufactured right here in the United States. They have great warranties. The product availability is wonderful, and they back their dealers and their customers. So that's one of the reasons that we've gone to Amana. So in case anyone had any question, is one better than the other? Not really. If they're put in like they're supposed to be according to the manufacturer's guidelines and installed properly, and your ductwork system is correct for your system and all that, all systems are going to give you good efficiency. They're going to last you quite a while with regular maintenance and all that. So that every now and then we just get that question. I don't think I've addressed that before, so I thought I'd just throw that out there. And if you have any more questions about it or different equipment or what we do, you can always give us a call, and our number is 417-831-4036, and we'll be glad to help you out if you got questions. Or you can call us today.
You know what goes good with Amana?
What's that?
Harley Davidson. Both American made.
There you go. But
that is cool. You know, it's hard to find a product like that.
It is. It is. It's very difficult.
And you know, that's been a question I had brought up when Paul's been on the show. Why Amana? You know, and that's what he's told us. You know that you guys researched and you know wanted the best, and that's what you got.
Well, you know,
warranties are great.
That's right.
You know.
And you know, we promote doing business locally with local businesses here in your community and all that. Well, we try to do that as a dealer for our heating and air conditioning equipment. To the best of our ability, we try to purchase products that are manufactured in the United States. We don't have it here in Springfield, but we do have a product available that's manufactured in the United States. So we're helping someone in the United States keep a job, pay their bills, take care of their families, that type of thing.
Very important.
So, so that's something that's important to us, and we promote it and we try to live it. So
there you go.
That's why we have that product.
That's why you are one of the leading heating and air companies in town.
Well, thank you. We try our best.
Yeah,
that's
you
for
do
sure.
a great job, no doubt. We got a caller holding on. We got Bev here in Springfield. Go ahead, Bev.
Listen, I hope I don't take too much time. If I do, just cut me off, okay?
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
I have a air conditioner question to start with on service.
Okay.
I had a man out to check my unit for low freon. I have a leak that goes on every year. I have to have it recharged. So apparently there's a leak somewhere and they can't find it. But anyway, he told me about a product that's coming out. It's called Freon Stop Leak.
Yeah, we've had that for a long time.
You have?
Yes.
Huh.
We've had that product available for a long time. That will work sometimes if you have a very, very small leak. It's not going to correct your problem indefinitely. But yeah, that product is available, has been for a long time.
So you think it would stop a yearly leak? That's a small leak.
Well, it just depends. Now, let me tell you something else that's going on in our industry right now. And how old is your unit?
It's old.
Okay, so you have
It's F22.
You have R22 refrigerant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is going on with R22 refrigerant this year is that if you have a leak and that you don't repair the leak, or if you can't get it stopped and you're going to have to replace that R22, you're going to go into sticker shock. And the reason is that the government is putting regulations on that. They only allow so much of that to be produced, and they have not yet decided how much they're going to let be produced this year. So the manufacturers are really holding back on the production of that product right now, and it's very, very, very expensive. The price for us as dealers has gone up 400% since January of this year.
Wow.
So the cost to a homeowner that has a coil or an air conditioner that has R22 that has a leak consistently, and it's old, you would be better off replacing that unit. You could get a 410A unit. It's going to be much more efficient to operate. You're going to have warranties. To continue to try to repair and fix a leak or charge a unit that old is just going to cost you a lot of money in the long run.
Well, I was told it's going to be $89
a pound,
can of Freon.
A pound. Mm-hmm.
A pound. Excuse me. And the old that used to be 89 cents at Walmart is now $69, and they can only get one tank a day for any service rep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and we're just now getting started into the season, and I anticipate that the price as we get into warmer weather is going to go up dramatically from there. Mm-hmm. So we always try to educate our clients when they have a situation like yours that I don't know how much longer your air conditioner is going to last if it's already that old. So I'm not sure that it's going to be worth the money that it's going to take to try and fix it and keep it charged and going. Also in Springfield, City Utilities, I don't know if they told you, there are rebates available for replacing those so you can get some money back for upgrading your system from City Utilities. And it's something that, I would probably encourage you to consider or look at.
Well, let me ask you this. He said, the service rep said that City Utilities has dropped the voltage citywide. Is there truth to that?
Not that I know of, no, sir. I don't know why they would do that.
Well, one of the reasons is because it makes R22 not work well. That was it.
I don't know anything about that. That doesn't sound like something that would happen at all to me. If I was you, I would just call CU and ask them that question. See if they did. I doubt that they have. That really doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And so I would just encourage you to, if you want a second opinion or if you want a free estimate or if you want us to come out and look at it for you as well and get another opinion, we'd be happy to do that for you before you end up spending money on a system that old, trying to maybe repair it. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. The Freon might last 2 months. It might leak out in 3 months, and then you're back to the same position. Mm-hmm. So that's just something that, that I would advise you to do in your situation.
Okay. Well, I understand it's on its last leg, just like I am. And,
now, you don't sound that old.
I have another question on outbuildings.
Uh-huh.
It would. I have a cedar outbuilding, and it's quite moldy. Mm-hmm. Is it wise to use on cedar, not any other kind of, not press wood? Mm-hmm. Can you use Clorox on it and bleach out the mold? Or would it streak it?
It would probably streak it. What you can make your own solution. You have bleach, and there again we're going to talk about Dawn dishwashing detergent. Mm-hmm. You have to really watch the amount of bleach you put in it. One reason bleach is horrible on wood. It's really bad for wood. it not only damages the wood. You don't want to put bleach in the ground. It's bad for the environment. And bleach, of course, it don't clean. Bleach does just what you're saying. It bleaches it out. Now, it will kill mold, but it'll just bleach it out, and it stays there. And your
Well,
best,
isn't that the dark? Isn't that mold?
no, normally what it is on cedar is the cedar will. There's a term. It's actually just dead wood is what you see on top of that. Now, there will be a little mold and stuff. It does cause some black spots, but a lot of it's just the top layer just basically dies. And so you just need to clean it off. The best product that I know of that you can buy over the shelf is Woolman's Deck Brightener. And it comes in a powder form. You mix it up in like a gallon or 2 gallon sprayer and dampen the wood down. You spray that on. It'll not only kill all the mold and mildew, it'll bring that wood back to life, make it look brand new. And you can actually just take a scrub brush and kind of scrub it and hose it off. You'll be amazed at what it will do.
Are you saying
it's safe for the
Woolman's?
environment. Woolman's, WOLMANS. And most of your hardware stores or lumber yards, and they all carry it. It's actually a made for to clean decks, but works great on any kind of cedar. I've used it for ages, and it's
Well, I gotta
safe
clean
to
my
use.
deck too, so-
Yep, it's great to use on that.
What's your favorite sealer?
Oh, well, speaking of the Woolman products, that's probably my favorite. Next would be a product called Sikkens, Sikkens. It's a little higher dollar product. It's been introduced into our market. They first came in about 10 or 12 years ago. I used to have the Sikkens rep on the program when I did it for Herman's. A very good, high-quality product. It's a little more of a process to put it on, but it's either that or Woolman's. There's several different brands. Bear makes one. You know, there's several out there. My favorite is the Woolman's because I've used it. I know what it does. My buddy Stan that had Wood Renew, they've used it for years.
Yeah.
And it's always done such a great job. It's great on cedar.
So you're saying Woolman's also has the
Yeah, you can get both
sealer
products.
that you're
Yep.
talking about.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just stay with the Woolman product all
Yep,
the way through.
that's my preference. You know, somebody may tell you different, but and that just comes from years of use. And I used to go out on some jobs with Stan back years ago, and do some decks and some cedar houses and stuff with him. Learned about the product and great product. So that's what I recommend.
Okay. Well, I had a professional do my house. Power washed it, and he streaked it pretty good, so I decided the next time it was that bad, I would do it.
Yeah.
And I streaked it just as well as he did. and
But
and
cheaper.
it didn't cost me $350
There you
either.
go. Yeah, that's right.
Well, so the Woolman's would be good for vinyl also?
Yeah, you could use it on vinyl. Sure can. Yep,
Okay.
it'll definitely clean vinyl siding. Yeah.
Will it streak better than what we've been doing?
It's not too bad on streaking. It's
Okay.
You know, so yeah, and when you do it, you spray it on and just take you and broom it a little bit, and it just helps break stuff loose, and it'll come right off.
So you're careful not to let it dry on there.
Don't let it dry. Yep.
We say let it dry?
No, don't let it
Okay.
dry. Dampen your siding or your deck or your cedar, whatever. Dampen it. Apply the Woolman's. And just do what the instructions say, and hose it off before it has a chance to dry on there, and you'll be fine.
Oh, boy. Well, I can't wait to do it, and just appreciate you giving this information because it helps all of us bimbos.
Oh.
So thanks again.
Oh, you're welcome. That's what we're here for.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. And Gary, you're holding up your finger at me.
I have a question.
Okay.
If Bev wanted to call you for a second opinion, what phone number would he use?
Oh, he can call Spring Mountain Air, and our number is 417-831-4036.
That's good.
Or anyone else that has a question and wants to call us. Same number.
Yep, they can get a hold of you.
Sure can.
And it's always a pleasure just to call to listen to how you answer the phone.
It is. We try to be cheerful, no matter what. No matter if it's raining or snowing or whatever outside. So we
Spread
try
that
to
cheer.
be cheerful.
There you
We
go.
do.
That's good.
We like to make our clients smile.
That's right. Hey, nothing wrong with that at all. We all need a smile every now and then, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
My mom always said if you have a smile, then and you pass it on, then that helps someone else smile.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we try to pass on smiles at Spring Mountain Air.
We like smiles, that's for sure. You know, Mary, we've been talking about things you can do around the house this time of year. You know something that you really want to keep out of your house this time of year? Now, I'm not talking about Paul.
Oh. I was going to say, my husband? No.
Bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. And, you know, this time of year, especially down in the lake area, we get all these spiders.
Mm-hmm.
And you can knock those spider webs down, and the next morning, they're back. They drive me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing how fast they can build a web, and they like, especially in a deck area where they can get underneath the eaves or something, and it's just they are just terrible this time of year.
Yeah.
You got a solution for that, Mark?
Call your pest control guy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, whether it be, I had my house done the other day. A good friend of mine owns a pest control company, Gary Mooneyham out in Republic, Mooneyham Pest Control. Our buddy Ivan F. Tink, Bug Zero.
Yep.
There's some really good folks out there that does take care of your house. I was starting to have a problem with ants. They were coming in.
Oh, really?
Spiders. Started noticing that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the time of year. Think about that. Get rid of all them things. You know.
Yep.
You don't want them little critters crawling around.
No, I haven't had too many come in, but those spider web things just drive me nuts.
Oh yeah, and that, like I say, overnight. You
they
get
do.
rid of them, and they're back the next day.
They
It's
do. You
amazing.
can knock them down, and they're persistent little boogers. That's for sure.
They are. Well, we got a caller holding on. We got Cliff in Christian County. Go ahead, Cliff.
Hi, Mary. Is Nathan a draft expert?
A draft expert, as in what?
Well, like the drafts in my house.
Oh, yes. I'm thinking, okay, drafting, like draw you a picture? I wasn't sure.
Oh, draft like wind.
Yes. We can do that. A lot of times we can come out and kind of check that. If you're having a lot of draft issues, though, I would probably recommend you to someone like Jeremy at Energy Wise, because that's what he does. He comes out. We can help with that type of thing if it has to do with your ductwork. If you have holes in your ductwork or it's come loose or something and you're having some issues that way. But if you're having drafty issues like around your windows or your doors, through your walls or whatever, around your electrical outlets, sometimes you get air coming through there.
Sure.
Then Jeremy at Energy Wise would be the one I would refer you to come out and actually do an inspection for you and tell you what's causing your problem and what you can do to help take care of that.
Well, I've talked to Nathan about replacing the furnace because ours is I want to say maybe 20 years old, probably. And you do my annual routine maintenance, and Nathan does my repairs if I need them done. And but I didn't know if I hadn't asked him, and I didn't know if you did that or not. But I'll try this other fellow and see what he says. I know my house was built before Christian County had inspections, so
sure.
All bets are off as to how it's insulated and what's underneath the siding. But I know it doesn't have any paper on the outside, which underneath the siding, which allows a lot of draft. But it changes depending on which way the wind blows also.
Sure. Well, yeah, that would make sense to me. Well, if you want to give Jeremy a call, I have his number for you, Cliff.
Oh, okay. Hold on, and I'll get a piece of paper here.
Okay, yeah, we've had him on the show a couple times, and he does a great job for folks and with issues like you have. And
yeah, we use him on our new construction, our new houses that we're
Yeah,
building.
Mark uses him.
Yeah, Jeremy's coming over and telling us how to build our houses more efficient, airtight, and everything. He's a great guy.
Yeah, you will like him, Cliff. And his number, if you're ready, is 417 893 8941.
8941.
Yeah, and just tell him that we referred you to him and that his company is Energy Wise.
Energy Wise.
And he can come out and help you out with that situation. And if you have a budget or something, he can help you work within your budget. He's really good at helping folks out with kind of drafty houses and energy loss type situations.
So, well, I didn't. Of course, I moved here from in '01 from California, and we had strict building codes for years out there. So, we don't have here the same situation they have in houses out there. They're more conscious about earthquakes and things like that.
Sure.
And we're weather conscious, but the people that built this house obviously didn't know what they were doing, and maybe didn't care. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for listening to my problem, and thank you for Jeremy's number. And I will give him a call, and then I will talk to Nathan later on when he comes out.
Okay, that sounds great, Cliff. Thanks for calling today.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you need to call Nathan and Jeremy, because you definitely don't want any quacks in your ducks.
That's right. Well, and you know what? Actually, we work together a lot with Jeremy, because oftentimes when he goes and does an energy audit, a lot of times things can be remedied by installing a new system.
Yeah.
If you have an old system and you're looking for that type of situation. But in his case, where he's got drafts and stuff coming through, maybe the walls or the windows, that's not something that we're an expert at, but Jeremy is.
Yeah.
And so he can
he's good.
He can help out with that, and he's a great guy to deal with. And but we do work hand in hand with him a lot. If he goes out and finds the situation, maybe the house is built well and it's pretty airtight, but their system is old, or they're having some issues with their ductwork, and then we work with him quite a bit. So
yeah, great guy. Like I say, on our new houses that we're building, Jeremy will come over and show us what we need to do to make that house more airtight. Some of the products that we've used, we thought was doing a great job. And he's like, well, this one does better. And this is how, so he works a lot with our framers.
Yes.
From their framing stage on up.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited to be working with him on that.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to make a big difference in how efficient our new homes are.
Oh, you bet.
That's really exciting.
You bet. Well, Gary is telling me that we have about a minute left is
Wow.
all.
Holy smokes.
I don't know where
Where'd
the
this
hour
go?
went. I don't know. We had some great callers today, though.
Yes, we have.
So that was kind of fun. When we have a Mark and Mary show and we don't really have anything planned and we just kind of wing it, sometimes those are really good shows.
They are. They are
You
indeed.
just never know.
Yeah. Well, this is Home Repairs and Solutions, and, of course, we're heard every Friday morning from 10 to 11 right here on AM 560 KWTO and the talk radio of the Ozarks. What better place could we be on a Friday morning?
There you go. I can't think of any place better.
That's right. So we will see everybody next week.
That's right. We'll be here next week, and everyone have a great weekend.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, you need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs.